Ohio State Buckeyes topple the Tennessee Volunteers Saturday night in the shoe in the first round of the playoffs by the score of routing the Volunteers 42-17. Hello to all my college football fanatics out there. Welcome to another sports edition of the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show. Yes, I'm doing it once again on our back deck in the dead of winter time, my friends. When I seen how my boys from Columbus, Ohio brought it Saturday night against Tennessee, you know, this is the weather they were playing in, so it's only fitting that I do a video in this exact weather. So my friends, before I start, I want to give a special thank you to 3 buddies of mine who were kind enough to get me this Buckeye helmet for a Christmas gift. They are Kyle Bacon, very nice young man, goes by the nickname of Beaker, Zane Money, and Vanilla Ice Freeman. Thank you, gentlemen, once again for purchasing this fantastic Buckeye helmet for me for Christmas. It is greatly appreciated. Moving on, my friends. Now, you know, this was a game that the Buckeyes jumped out like a thoroughbred right out of the gate to take a 21-0 lead in the first quarter. Tennessee did come back with 10 unanswered points of their own. So, my friends, we go into halftime with the Buckeyes leading 21-10. Was it comfortable lead? A little bit. But when I seen the way Tennessee was moving the ball right before half and getting the second half kickoff, I wasn't overly concerned, but I knew that the Buckeyes still needed to come out in the second half and play as aggressive as they did in the first half. And I just got to say this. I give all the credit to the coaching staff, to the players. What a great job they did. You know, Chip Kelly called a great game. Not a good game. He called a great game with his play calling. And I thought Coach Ryan Day was very aggressive with his play calling. So, you know, bottom line, the Buckeyes once again moves to a record of 11-2 on the season. Tennessee, they end their season at a very impressive 10 wins and 3 losses. But my friends, I called it. I had a feeling that Coach Ryan Day was going to get that monkey off his back and finally beat a SEC conference team, and they did just that. You know, I got to give credit where credit's due. I thought our offensive line played a very respectful game. They guarded and blocked for Will Howard very well and gave him a lot of pass protection. And B, they opened up holes big time for our 2 splendid running backs, Henderson and Junkins. First of all, Will Howard. My friends, this young man played a will of a game. I think he needed to prove to not only Buckeye fans, but to a lot of skeptics out there that were doubting him after the loss to the Wolverines. Will Howard, Saturday night versus Tennessee, 24 out of 29. 311 yards passing, 2 touchdown passes, 1 interception. My friends, what more can you say about this young man? And you got to remember, this was done against a Tennessee defense that gave up a stingy 14 points to their opponents going in to this game Saturday night. So this was a very good Josh Heupel football team, to say the least. And I don't want to hear no excuses out there. The Buckeyes brought it. They brought their A game. Defensively, I thought the Buckeyes played splendid. They were in the face of Nico the whole night. They were bringing massive blitzing. I thought Cody Simon played a whale of a football game, along with JT Tuamalo. What more can you say? Captain Jack Sawyer, he brought it all day. And like I said, my friends, all in all, it was a great team victory for the Buckeyes. Offensively, Junkins 10 carries, 34 yards, two rushing touchdowns. Trevion Henderson, what a game he had. 10 carries for 80 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, my friends. Trevion, 8-yard per carry average for this young man. What a game. Once again, not only the skilled set position players played, but the O-line brought it. Okay, this is the O-line that can bring it game in and game out, and they did just that. Skilled set position players, Jeremiah Smith, true freshman. Congratulations to him. He is now over 1,000 receiving yards this season. Jeremiah Smith, 6 grabs, 103 yards receiving, and count them, 2 reception touchdowns. Bottom line, Tennessee could just not find an answer to covering Jeremiah Smith. Bottom line. He was open for short passes. He was open for long bombs. Bottom line, they couldn't cover the speedy Jeremiah Smith. Emeka Egbuka, another good game. 5 grabs for 81 yards. Trevion Henderson, this young man did it all. Not just rushing, but catching out of the backfield. 4 grabs for 54 yards. And G. Scott, our big tight end, 4 grabs for 39 yards. Nice to call his name once again, G. Scott. Total offense, Buckeyes, 473 yards of total offense compared to Tennessee's only 256. My friends, bottom line, the Buckeyes defensive line, I said this game was going to be won in the trenches, and it was. The Buckeyes D-line, the Buckeyes linebackers were in the face of Nico the entire game and pressured him the entire game. Check these stats out. Tennessee came in averaging 221 yards passing and only had a stingy, from the Buckeyes defense, only could accumulate 104 passing yards. Rushing, Tennessee averaged 232 yards of rushing per game coming into this game Saturday night, and the Buckeyes held them to only 152 yards rushing the entire game. What more can you say? They held Nico in check. Nico was only 14 out of 31. Wow. Well under 50%. And rushing, Nico, 20 carries for just 47 yards. So, bottom line, my friends, Rose Bowl, here we come, and the Buckeyes could get sweet revenge, taking on the Oregon Ducks January 1st in the Rose Bowl. And my friends, we all remember to the first time the Buckeyes played Oregon, what a thriller of a game that was. Obviously, it didn't go the Buckeyes' way. The Buckeyes losing that game 32-31. But nonetheless, the Buckeyes are getting a second chance at the team that defeated them. And you got to remember, the Oregon Ducks still undefeated, ranked number 1, and we shall see how this game goes. But bottom line, all my Buckeye Nation, let's enjoy this game. A lot of people were doubting. And I read comments, okay, from the last video I did. A lot of people were doubting that the Buckeyes couldn't keep up with the strength and physicality of Tennessee. Well, now we all know that the Buckeyes did do just that. And bottom line, like I said, Ryan Day even said in pregame that in order for the Buckeyes to win this game, they had to get off to a quick start. And my friends, what more quicker can you do when you lead 21-0 against a very good Tennessee Volunteer football team? So my friends, once again, Buckeyes trounce the Tennessee Volunteers by a score of 42-17. I really like the way our Buckeyes defense brought it. Very physical. Our secondary played lights out. Cody Simon, linebacker, lights out. And the D-line, what more can you say about this football team? I like the way the Buckeyes were consistent. They put up 21 first half points. Second half, also 21. Bottom line, when Will Howard is connecting like he did Saturday night in the shoe, it could be a long day for the Buckeyes opponents. And I'm just going to say this, what I like most was how aggressive Chip Kelly was play calling. Right out of the gate, they started passing Will Howard. And a lot of people thought in the cold weather, there's no way that they were going to be successful passing the ball in the 25-degree weather and cold. Well, obviously, Will Howard thought otherwise. And once again, Will Howard, splendid game, 24 out of 29, 311 yards passing, and 2 touchdown passes. My friends, bottom line, I've always said, establish that running attack, and it will open up the passing attack. Chip Kelly did the opposite. He opened up the passing attack first, which then established the running attack. Chip Kelly is a genius when it comes to calling offensive plays. So once again, what more can you say? The Buckeyes move on to the second round of the college football playoffs 2024. They will now play on January 1st in the Rose Bowl, the big daddy of them all. They will be playing the Oregon Ducks January 1st. Once again, to all my Buckeye Nation, enjoy this win. Without a doubt, the Buckeyes topple the Tennessee Volunteers once again by the score of 42-17. Tennessee's season is halted now with 10 wins and 3 losses. Buckeye season continues to move on. Buckeyes 11-2 on the season. That's all Buckeye Vinny has for today. Always, peace out. God bless to you all. That's all Buckeye Vinny has. I am out of here. Go Bucks. OH, you finish it.